Hey everybody, welcome back. This go around, I was gonna go over the transmission and assemble it for you, but while working on it, I found it to be really frustrating because if you look in this manual right here, you'll see we have this shaft, this shaft, this shaft, and the fork all have to go into case at the same time. So I didn't think anybody really wanted to see me fight with that for like an hour. So anyway, I got this all together, and I also installed the servo and that adapter plate. This adapter plate right here I got from Gearhead. Okay, and this is what it looks like all together. Okay, so we have I got the servo on, the linkage on, front, well, it's front or rear, drive line, the cup right here, and I did put the receiver on here, but I'm thinking I may move this to the stock location, which is somewhere else, and put the ESC up in here. So if I put the ESC up in here, they'll get a lot closer to like the battery. As you can see, the wires aren't very long, so that should work out a little better. This plate's pretty strong. You know, it's held on with a couple screws. I used the stock mounts, servo mounts, right here. They're a little short because they're made for the miniature servo. But other than that, it went really well after I got the transmission together. We have the aluminum spur gear in here. Everything is shifting just like it's supposed to. It took me a while to get it that way, but once we get the electronics installed, then I'll have to set the endpoints on the servo so it's not always working one way or the other. Okay. All right. So we got that, and I just thought I'd bring out all these Vaterra parts because at one point I was going to turn my Ascender into a 2-speed transmission, and I've been gathering up the parts needed for that. And if you have one and you want to convert over to a 2-speed, this is what you're going to need. First off, you're going to need the fork and the shaft right here, and then you're going to need these gears, and then this here is a pack with all the shift linkage, and then we got these gears right here, and this one has hardware and a couple more shafts in it that go with these right here. Alright, so if you ever want to install one, this right here is what you're going to need. There may be a few clips or whatever that you may want to get. And then I really like this plate. This plate works really well. They have instructions online, but I didn't really need them. It was pretty self-explanatory. So, okay. So with the idea of changing the receiver out to a different spot, I think I'm going to follow through with that idea and move this speed controller like right there. Well, I mean, there's going to be plenty of cord for servos, so if I mount the receiver where it belongs, which I can find that spot in the instructions. So the receiver Goes right up in here at the front left of the chassis. And there's usually plenty of cord for the servos, unless you have a Savox. For some reason they short your cord. I don't know. But the rest of them give you plenty of cord. So this way I'll have plenty of cord to get to the battery. Since the battery sits in the back, even if I put it in the front with the other suspension mod I was thinking of, it would still reach just fine. So, all right. So, anyway, next time I see you, we'll be building shocks. I'm not following this one by A, B, C, D, or E. Just doing components, and we're going from there. If I find anything that's extremely frustrating, I'll most likely do it by myself, and then follow up with y'all later. Go from there. So anyway, if you like what you see, come see me again. Thank you very much.